Peace. This is Washwords Media back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, as we get closer to the big event between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, I decided to start watching a little bit more of their back and forths to build up the fight. As you know, if you've been following my page for a while, you know you've heard me say I don't like people jumping up multiple weight classes. You know, like when Charlo fought Canelo, I said I don't like it. I don't like people moving up multiple weight classes for a fight. Same thing's happening here. So I'm not a fan of it. What they're really doing is selling you two names, not an evenly matched fight. If they were both in the same weight class, I guarantee you Canelo Alvarez does not take this fight. Guarantee you. He would avoid him like he avoided Big Charlo at 160. He would avoid him like he avoided Andrade at 154 and 160. He would avoid him like he's been avoiding Benavidez at 168. So he would avoid Terence Crawford in the same manner, because he would know that if Terence Crawford was in the same weight class, Terence Crawford knocks him out. Not only beats him, but knocks him out if they were in the same weight class. But in any event, Terence Crawford says to Canelo, every time I go in the ring, I look special. I either knock him out, I knock him out, or I win hands down. I never had a controversial victory or defeat. So that one hit home hard for Canelo, because Canelo knows, like I've been telling y'all. Crawford told them basically what I've been telling y'all for years. All of Canelo's big wins, whenever he fought somebody that was in their prime and he stepped up in competition, he either won by controversy or he lost. He never beat somebody in their prime just outright beating them. So Canelo comes back and tells him, well, you fought nobody. You have nobody in your resume. That's a complete lie. You could go to guys like Yuriorkis Gamboa, Cuban fighter, right? Gamboa was undefeated. He was an undefeated champion who was pretty much the king of the hill in that weight class at that time that Terence Crawford was on the come up. And Gamboa even knocked down Terence Crawford in that fight. That's how good Gamboa was. We're not talking about the Gamboa that became Americanized, started hanging out with 50 Cent and getting shape-ups. We're not talking about that Gamboa. We're talking about hungry Gamboa, refugee that just came from Cuba. That Gamboa. And Terence Crawford beats him. Ooh, gotta watch out for these deers. Terence Crawford beats him, and boom. You got another dude, and Thomas Delorme. If you're not familiar with these names, it's because you wasn't there or you just forgot. But that's what I'm here for, to remind you or teach you. Thomas Delorme, another good fighter. Delorme was excellent ring generalship, very good fighter. He was one of the best in the weight class. And it was almost an even 50-50, like who's gonna win this fight? Terence Crawford goes in there, gets the job done. Delorme was like 22-1 or something, 21-1. He had a good record, very good fighter. Victor Postal, another good fighter. Victor Postal just came from one of the most shocking victories as he demolished Lucas Matisse, the same Lucas Matisse who beat Provodnikov right before that. And Provodnikov was a beast. He was a problem. Provodnikov was a Russian nightmare. And he beat Provodnikov. Matisse, after beating Provodnikov, Provodnikov takes on Victor Postal, and Victor Postal destroys Lucas Matisse, and he became the Iceman. He looked dangerous. Very next fights Terence Crawford. Crawford wins, even knocks him down. You got Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn just beat Manny Pacquiao. Went the distance with Pacquiao and beat Pacquiao for the title. What Terence Crawford do? Terence Crawford go in there, and not only does he beat Jeff Horn, knocks Jeff Horn out after Horn beat Pacquiao. Mean Machine. A lot of people thought Mean Machine was an easy... No. Mean Machine was a tough opponent. He knocked down Crawford, and it escapes me who he fought, where everybody was like, uh-oh, he fought a high-profile fight, and he gave this person trouble. And Terence Crawford even jumped on Twitter and was like, you see, y'all thought that Mean Machine was easy. That was another good victory. And then, of course, we're not going to let him take away. Canelo blatantly tried to take away Errol Spence. Like, if Errol Spence wasn't one of the kings of boxing, pound for pound top 5 guy, we're not going to let him take away Errol Spence from Terence Crawford's resume and act like Errol Spence wasn't a pound for pound king, like Errol Spence wasn't the king of the hill in the division, like he wasn't the main guy in the division. Because remember, Terence Crawford wasn't always a welterweight. He moved up from junior welterweight, from 140, he moved up to 147. So we're not going to act like he came up. He came up from 140 and took on the king of the hill. And from the moment he moved up to 140, he was calling out Errol Spence. Y'all remember the legendary in the back when they were talking smack to each other, and Crawford predicted it. Crawford was like, watch, I'm going to beat you, and they're going to say that you stood in the weight class too long. And yo, just as he called it, he beat him. And what was everybody's excuse? Oh, Spence should have fought him at 54. So yeah, man, I just want to address that, man. Crawford's resume, it may not have the sexy names that people may want to hear, but Crawford definitely, without a doubt, has one of the most standout resumes in all of boxing, which is why he's pound for pound king right now. He two division undisputed champion, not one, 2. So come on, man, put some respect on that. Don't let Canelo fool y'all, man. I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.